Today on the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries, Wade is venturing out to a new bow stand that he's yet to hunt from.
Getting ready to head to the stand to a bow hunt. We've got the rut going on right now. We're kind of at the end of it, in my opinion. One of my favorite techniques in any type of a situation where I know there's does that are still looking to be bred is to use VS1 and a sink stick. I'll actually fill this all the way up, and when you smell VS1, you know what you're smelling. It's a doe in heat. And then I'll spill a little bit of it on my pants, whatever's left over. I'll use it to hike into the stand. I'll leave this wick open all the way, so they're basically everywhere I go, there's something trailing me. I mean, it's just like I'm a doe walking through there. You can see all that scent, how it's coming out of there. So we're gonna ease into the stand. We've got a pretty good hike this morning, climb up pretty high, see if we can't get lucky. We're trying to get into a stand that, frankly, I had never hunted in the early morning. But I was going in pretty relaxed, and as we're walking in, I don't know, 30, 40, 50, 60 turkeys go blasting out of the tree. We're climbing up, making all the noise that, it sounded like 14 people trying to climb up there. And we got situated about 30 minutes before daybreak, and we're just sitting there, and there's no more peaceful time of the day. Really, when you're in a tree stand and you're waiting for the sun to come up, and you can hear the footsteps, and you can hear birds around you start to wake up. I mean, that's one of the best times of the day. I mean, I had decided before we got there, this is the time of year I like to rattle. And now most of my rattling I like to do on the ground in a very aggressive run and gun style. But in this particular situation, I thought, you know what, we're gonna get down in this bottom. It is a great oak bottom. It's kind of an old drain that comes off some mesquite flats up there, and I'm gonna rattle. Sound's gonna carry off in a lot of different directions and a lot of different areas that we see a lot of deer in. We see a lot of chasing that time of the year. I start banging away on the antlers as loud as I could. And it wasn't long until you could hear the scurrying of rocks behind us and to the side of us, and we had several bucks coming into range. You're looking at an old fighter, an old bruiser, an old brawler when his entire main beam has broke off about 2 inches, above his forehead. And then you look at the other main beam, and it's just, kind of a part of a main beam, and the G4 is gone, the G3 is gone, the G2 is still there. And he just was looking for a fight. He wanted to fight me after the rattling, and he was looking around at every deer out there and wanting to fight them. And that to me is pretty cool, because we got the reaction. We drew them in, and then they start feeding around in that area. There's some posturing going on. There's chasing of some does. A few more young bucks, were milling around, and it was just a pretty peaceful morning sitting up there. We set up here this morning. Boy, we made a lot of noise getting in. I think anybody at home can relate to that. Sometimes you just make a lot of noise. There was turkeys actually roosted right here that took off, and we got up in the stand, got settled in, and let the morning kind of clear out a little bit. And I hit the antlers, and we had 2 or 3 good deer come running in with a couple other bucks posturing, chasing some does. So it was definitely a good set. We're gonna get on out of here now and try to get back in a little while later, because I feel like these deer are gonna be up on their feet most of the day. But right now my tummy's growling. I'm gonna go fill it and then come back.